What's up, guys? We got just a few hours here in the evening to fish. So I was able to fish a little bit yesterday, and I think I got something kind of figured out, at least where I can consistently go and catch some fish, and that is about halfway to 3/4 of the way back. I'm idling in there and looking for shad. If the shad are there, it seems like I can get the bites. If they're not there, you could still kind of catch some, but it seems like it's a lot slower. You go through a lot more areas before you start catching fish. So I'm looking for the shad first and foremost, just side scanning my way in and seeing about how far they are in the cove or creek. Basically, I've been going to like the shoulders of little pockets, little cuts. So like you got a creek or a long cove and you go halfway back or 3/4 of the way back, and you'll have little cuts that go off each side, and they might be, you know, 100 yards deep, 200 yards deep, something. They got, you know, 10, 15, 20 docks or something in there. And it seems like it's on like the shoulders of those, like the outside area to that. So basically just like smaller secondary points, you know, they're really round style looking points, and looking for like a medium to a little bit bigger size rock seems to be the best bite for me. So I'm gonna go run that here and see if that holds true again for another day. We got a little bit more wind and it's sunnier today, so maybe they'll be up under the docks a little bit more. Yesterday it was cloudy, it rained most of the day, and they were more just kind of roaming around the edges of the docks, or just without any docks around, and some without even brush. But I was looking for brush and then looking for the docks on those spots and then focusing on that. Today I got a football jig, and I got my regular like skipping jig with a beaver style on it and a shaky head. I'm gonna try that. So we'll see if we can catch a limit real quick, and hopefully we can get some nice ones too. Let's go for say a 4-pounder would be our goal for this evening. So we'll see what we get. First one, jig way underneath the dock. He's wrapped up on something. It's probably 14 something, 14 and a half fish. First skipping under a dock. I was pitching around and shaky head a little bit, and I got to the shady dock here and decided to put one up under there. Spotted bass. Get a little keeper spot. Kind of a little chunky for what he is, but same thing, just skipping a jig underneath the jet ski lift this time. Little guy. There's a keeper there. He ain't a big one really, but he hit it, missed, and then I let it settle and he hit it again. So time for a new trailer though. They are destroying the trailers. And I've been using these little it's just little Yamamoto twin tail grubs. I like them because they're not like over the top on the action, but they still have good action, a lot of wiggle, and they actually come where you can like kind of break the plastic and get like the wiggle action, or you can leave it connected and kind of just get like a glide. Come on out of there. Ooh, big one. Come on, stay pinned. There you go. That's what we're talking about right there. That's a 6-pounder. We're close. That's a good one. Found a brush pile underneath a dock. Put it under there. Check it out. Choked it. Get it on the scale. I don't know if it's 6, I think it's 5 something. I got a little excited. 549, beautiful fish here. Let her back. came back and ate it. So let's soak. Oh. Okay, see you later, buddy. Alright guys, we're gonna call that a night. Did pretty decent. Had big fish of 549, caught that on a jig out of a brush pile just underneath a dock, kind of secondary point, just on the shoulders like I was talking about. That was really consistent. That was doing good. As the sun was going down on some of those docks, it seemed like if you moved over to one that had a little bit of sun on it, just made it easier to catch them just because they're predictable, they're in the shade, whatever. They're still around when it's darker or shaded, but it just overall makes it easier to target them whenever there's sun up. So that's kind of what I did, and then I just had to come try some topwater just because it was windy, and I've had some good luck on days similar to this with the whopper plopper, so that's what I did. Came out here and I only caught one very, very small spotted bass with it, but I didn't have time but to throw it down about 4 banks though. So I think topwater is still kind of like hit or miss. You can throw it and catch really good bags. People have been catching really good tournament bags on them, but it sounds like for the most part it's like in a really short window. Like topwater bite will be on for like 2-3 hours and then it'll just kind of fade away. So that's kind of normal for this time of the year, and the water temp is still 73 degrees. So as it gets cooler, then it'll be better. You can kind of throw it all day or get in a good groove with it, and it seems like it stays more consistent. But right now it's hit or miss. Kind of seems like a little bit of a timing thing. Just they're ready to hit topwater and feed, and then they're done with it. So it is what it is. It'll get better, but overall not a bad. About 2 hours worth of fishing here. So I'm going to call it a night and head back.